Lerici is a charming seaside town at the southern end of Liguria. It's not far from Cinque Terre, but nowhere near as touristy. As a result, it has been able to preserve its character and authenticity. Real people live here year-round. We were instantly charmed by Lerici, with its breathtaking geography, its friendly and down-to-earth people, and of course, the amazing local Ligurian cuisine. Ristorante 1918 shares the stage with about a half dozen or so other restaurants, bars, and cafes that spill into the main piazza, Piazza Garibaldi. And even though we didn't try all the restaurants, we think 1918 is hands down the best restaurant in town. Every time we ate there, the food was fresh, carefully prepared, and absolutely delicious. Service was friendly and attentive, and on weekends the restaurant was packed with local families having their weekly gatherings. We came back with our camera on a quiet day and had the terrace almost all to ourselves. Our favorite dish here was the fritto misto, the mixed fried seafood. Lightly battered and fried calamari, anchovies, and shrimp served alongside with some fried vegetables, almost tempura style. So fresh, so crisp, yet still light and not at all greasy. It was so good, in fact, that Maya even dared to taste an anchovy. My second favorite dish was the fish ravioli. Handmade ravioli filled with meat from whitefish, topped with clams and baby squid, and a sauce that was just incredible. I had to ask for extra bread to do the scarpetta and mop it all up. Other specialties include seafood spaghetti and fish of the day, typically orata, sea bream, or branzino that's cleaned and filleted right at the table. We asked Enrico, the manager, what his secret was. Allora Enrico, ci è piaciuto tantissimo mangiare qui, il cibo è fantastico. Qual è il tuo segreto?
Il mio segreto è semplicissimo, la volontà e la passione che rimetto nella mia cucina, nel mio ristorante. Pesce tutte le mattine, sul suggerimento dello chef, mi reco al mercato ittico e in base al pescato che abbiamo faccio una selezione e prendo il pesce fresco per la giornata. Il nostro pesce cambia in continuazione. Oggi ho trovato l'orata, domani c'è il tonno, rombi, ricciole, pesce castagna.
Certo. E qual è il piatto preferito della clientela che vanno qua molto spesso?
Il pescato del giorno.
Sempre.
E anche il fritto.
Okay.
Fritto proprio anche come mentalità italiana, che associano il pesce con la frittura.
Ok, perfetto. Grazie. Some limoncello.
Ooh.
And at the end, we were treated to some homemade spirits at 1918 as well as at other restaurants. We're not big fans of limoncello, but we drank it anyway to be polite. And then came the hammer.
Jet fuel?
Forte, strong, like jet fuel, but also a bit rounded. It's not just abrasive, so...
Is it growing on you or is it disgusting?
No, it's definitely interesting. That makes me want to have some more.
But usually interesting is means I hate it.
It's high alcohol, so with every sip it starts tasting better. But I can't put my finger on why. And usually I like to
Maybe he
thin
made it
my
himself
grappa a little bit
with the fish bones.
Fishbone grappa. Hey,
Hey,
there's a market for that.
va bene.
A little outside of town, in Romito Magra, is a tiny little hole in the wall that makes the best focaccia and the best farinata in the area. Two Ligurian specialties with unequal fame around the world. While focaccia is well known and loved all over the world, farinata is perhaps one of the best kept secrets of Liguria. It's a savory pancake made from chickpea flour and baked in a very hot wood-fired oven. Even though we had been to Liguria many times before, we hadn't really taken note of this local specialty. But once we tried it, we really took a liking to it. But it's important to find a bakery that does it well. And for us, done well meant crispy on the top and bottom and slightly gooey inside. And the Mario's was excellent, crispy with slightly charred bits on top and a hint of smokiness from the wood fire. Mario is no more, but Enrico and Moreno still run the place like clockwork, and the locals show their appreciation by lining up every night for a piece of heaven. Speaking of lining up for a piece of heaven, the longest lines anywhere in San Terenzo were always at the Gelateria La Rana Golosa, the gluttonous frog. Even the understaffed pharmacy and the post office combined had shorter lines. But the wizards at Lana Golosa made the wait worthwhile with beautifully executed classic flavors alongside more creative flavors like amaretto stracciatella, vero amore, strudel, and sapori di Sicilia. A gelato from La Rana Golosa is a must-have accessory for the favorite local activity, the passeggiata.